Now that Waltham School building officials have completed schematic design documents, residents have a better idea of what the 414,000 square foot high school will look like at the former Stigmatines property. The project is expected to take 4 years, including 1 year of site prep and 3 years of construction. After a series of community meetings, the key issues have come into focus: the sky-high cost, blasting, traffic, rodents, and environmental disruption. 24 abutters posed questions to architect Lorraine Finnegan and Mayor Jeanette McCarthy at a neighborhood meeting this week. These two men described the high school project as frightening and absurd, while others were more concerned than outraged. Linda Hanley reflected the mood of project supporters, saying simply that it's going to stink for a while but be worth it in the end. 554 Lexington is a large site at 46 acres, but it is proving a difficult and costly location to build on. Blasting and rubble removal are major concerns. The site is filled with steep grades and extensive granite ledge. In order to create a flat pad for the school, a large and disruptive blasting operation is necessary, and officials aren't downplaying the impact. The operation scale has grown significantly since officials first reported estimates earlier this year. Roughly 500,000 cubic yards of ledge removal was initially estimated. After further borings, a project engineer said Wednesday that number is now 900,000 cubic yards, a massive amount of material. The project designer, SMMA, has tried to minimize blasting by fitting as much of the school where existing buildings stand, but the cramped space has spiked the cost. Neighbors worry about foundation damage from blasting, a situation familiar to those who experienced prolonged blasting for phases 1 and 2 of 1265 Main.
Well, I thought something hit my house. That's how bad the first blast was.
The city is trying to take steps to protect neighbors. Mayor McCarthy said anyone living within 500 feet of the project will be surveyed for blasting impact. The city will buy supplemental blasting liability insurance, and the mayor also promised a liaison to work with neighbors to address concerns. Other concerns at the meeting grew out of the site prep and blasting. Blasting will carve out a massive granite wall behind the school similar to this wall near the Market Basket access road. The ledge wall could stand as high as 80 feet, posing safety concerns for high school students and dog walkers. Lorraine Finnegan said it would be fenced in for safety. The massive blasting operation will also displace wildlife, potentially adding to Waltham's already bad rat problem. Some abutter properties are already flooded during storms. Finnegan said that officials will keep all new runoff on site, a costly requirement. The mayor added that a plan will also be created to deal with existing stormwater issues for neighbors. Residents ask about the cost of the blasting, stormwater mitigation, and traffic improvements, very little of which is covered by state subsidies. No figures were given, but they could goose the already sky-high project costs of $374 million. That figure does not include roughly $25 million in site acquisition costs that could push the total near $400 million, making Waltham High School the costliest school building project in state history. The council is expected to discuss the budget in early August, with a key meeting planned with state school building officials at the end of August. For Waltham Newswatch, this is Chris Wangler.